This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
It's because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
I think that's taking it to another level.
Yeah. Log on and join our live conversation.
He said this as we were coming on TV.
DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, August 13th. I'm here with Erica and Brandon. I'm Jeff. Let's jump right in, guys. By now, you've probably heard about a CNN anchor's viral rant. Chris Cuomo threatened to beat up a guy who called him Fredo. Let's watch.
I thought that's who you were.
No, from the right call me Fredo. My name is Chris Cuomo. I'm an anchor on CNN.
You're much.
Fredo is from The Godfather. He was our weak brother. It's an insult to your people. It's like the N-word for us.
Listen, man, I don't have a problem with you, man.
Yeah, you're gonna have a problem.
What are you gonna do about it?
Ruin you. I'll throw you down these stairs like a punk.
And Chris has answered and says he should have been better than that. And it was only a matter of time before President Trump weighed in, of course, saying he thought Chris was Fredo too. Truth hurts, low ratings, CNN. All right. But fellow conservative Fox News host Sean Hannity is actually taking Chris's side, tweeting he's got zero to apologize for, and it's he who deserves the apology. I'm with Sean Hannity on this one. I don't think he did anything wrong here. The guy was obviously looking for trouble if he's recording the whole thing. I'm half Italian. I've never heard of Fredo being a disrespectful word. That being said, it could be because of who his brother is, and maybe it's a little more sensitive to Chris Cuomo. But, I mean, I'm on his side. You can't get in somebody's face and instigate a fight with a celebrity, that's what he is, a celebrity, and try to video record the whole thing. I'm on Chris's side.
You know, I think it's very telling that Sean Hannity has spoken out to defend him as well, because if anybody would know what it's like to get approached by random people, it's probably Sean Hannity.
Yes, you're right.
And you know, people get really weird about things. They don't want to defend things until it affects them. And I think we've gotten to a place where people are minding their P's and Q's on their best behavior because they don't want to get caught in a situation like this. And as a result, people who have no lives and have never done anything to promote themselves or do anything to elevate themselves are trying to capitalize on the people who have done it by cheap shots like recording videos, by baiting them. So that's a no-win situation. And I think it's completely okay for people who normally would have to be like, no, I'm going to take it on the chin like a good little person on CNN to be like, no, I'm about it too. Just say that you about it, because this guy's not about it. If he was about it, he would get a job.
Well, Erica, you amaze me every time, girl. But yeah, this has become a bipartisan thing. You know, I'm glad. I'm not a fan of Sean Hannity, but I'm glad he called that out for what it was, because just think of A$AP Rocky. Remember, those people were following him when he was over in Sweden. They ended up getting beat up, and he sits in a Swedish jail cell for a couple of weeks. So I think it's something that everyone's tired of, and we're kind of seeing how people are trying to do that, trying to be provocateurs and trying to get to push you to a certain limit. But good job, Chris.
Yeah, good job,
Chris. And he didn't punch him in the face, but he let him know, I'll drag you down the stairs. And the dude was like,
he sure did. And that streak came out of him a little bit, too.
It did.
By the way, do you know where P's and Q's come from? You know where that slang comes from?
No.
Like, mind your P's and Q's?
Yeah.
It comes from mind your pints and quarts, like drinking in a bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at a big brain on Jeff. All right, guys. Comedian Whitney Cummings shared a topless photo of herself to get ahead of people trying to blackmail her. Earlier this year, she accidentally showed her nipple on Instagram, and of course, internet trolls screen grabbed it before she could take it down and demanded money. But she's not having it, saying, quote, "When a woman is extorted, we have to spend time, money, and energy dealing with it and living with a pit in our stomach about when and how we will be humiliated. Y'all can have my nipple."
It's another bipartisan issue that everyone's tired of. We don't want people provoking you and instigating things, but we also are tired of the extortionists as well. And it's just a nipple. Like, that's not something to try and extort someone on. So I'm glad that she reclaimed that narrative and told whomever it was that you're not going to make money off of my body.
Right.
I'm glad she did that, and a lot of people have already, but will continue to follow suit.
Well, yeah. I mean, first of all, extortion is a real crime.
Right.
And people need to understand that you will serve time if you're found guilty of extortion. But also, you're also putting yourself out there as a sexual predator. You're going to take something, even though it was put out by her, it wasn't put out intentionally. You took that in the seconds that she had it up there, and now you're using it in order to get money again on the backs of somebody who actually went and earned their own money. Let me just be really clear about this. In my Nene Leakes voice, you never win when you play dirty, okay?
If people tried as hard to make money by not making money, instead of just putting their energy towards making money, they'd be fine.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Jeff, we can't make sense out of nonsense, okay?
You're right.
You are on fire.
I like it. I'm going to leave it there. That's a good
What are
button.
you sipping? You got some more?
You better give Brandon the rest of that cup.
No, I want some P's and Q's.
Brandon, this one's for you, all right, buddy?
Yep.
Is the NFL trying to rehab its image by partnering up with Jay-Z? The league is teaming up with the music moguls Rock Nation, and there's a lot of speculation this could help the league after player protests, things like that, and a kneeling controversy. Jay-Z is also expected to help NFL pick acts for the Super Bowl.
Here's the thing.
Do you like this or no?
I could care less about him teaming up with the NFL for the entertainment aspect of it. I don't even watch the halftime show. Haven't watched the halftime show in forever. I care about the Inspire Change initiative that he's teaming up with them for the social injustice fight. Now, I would like to see him bring on Colin Kaepernick when it comes to this, because obviously we already know Colin Kaepernick was the first one to take a knee and got that started. But this is the guy. This is that black male, I feel like, into entertainment industry that you want to bring on board because of his influence to multiple generations. When you see people say, oh, we're going to burn our Nikes, we're going to throw away our Nikes, you see what Nike did? Go ahead, burn them. We got $250 Nikes out there, let alone who cares about your $40 Nikes, and that their stock, their money rose because of that. So I see the NFL who had a branding problem and have to rebrand that image. They have to bring this guy on, and Jay-Z is going to be the one who focuses on, yes, the entertainment aspect of it, but I think he's going to do huge things with the Inspire Change initiative.
I just think it's interesting because from day one, when we were talking about kneeling and the protests and all the people who were up in arms about it, don't do that at my football games, although they're not on the field. Yep. We had this interesting conversation about bottom line. What is the bottom line? Money. The NFL has done a ton of research and has really looked at a lot of numbers in order to come to the decision to bring Jay-Z and Rock Nation on board. Yep. So I'm assuming that research showed that there was a lot of support coming from places they didn't anticipate, and that support ain't there right now.
Question. All the black community that said they weren't going to watch anymore, they were going to boycott the NFL, do you think they get back on board now that Jay-Z is involved?
I don't know. I just know that if they're making this move, it's not by accident.
Yeah, I think it's a good move, and I hope it does, like you said, move forward and bring everyone together, because that's what they need. All right, guys, diehard, also, Beyonce might be in on that. I'm just saying. Diehard Beatles fans don't like Drake's new tattoo at all, and it basically shows the rapper on the iconic Abbey Road, as you can see right there, the album cover. Fans say it's disrespectful. Our own Stephanie Jones is from England and knows Abbey Road very well. Steph, what's up with this? Is this disrespectful?
Of course it is, yes. Well, first of all, I'd like to point out which narcissistic kind of guy or human gets a tattoo of themselves on their own body, first of all. And second of all, you know, the Beatles are one of the most iconic and amazing bands of our generation. Paul McCartney is a living hero and legend, right? So, yes, Drake may have been born into a different time where social media is key, and he's been able to crank up those numbers where they were just touring the world on their own with using a radio. So he's outsold them in one particular category. But does that mean that he should, like, mark his body with the very famous, I'm doing this because I'm presuming it's on his arm, very famous Beatles album cover at Abbey Road, where they recorded their music with him basically turning around and giving them the middle finger?
Wow. Can we get the camera on me?
That was a good answer. That was a good answer.
It's a bit long.
I agree with you.
Who are we to tell someone how to celebrate their accomplishment? Who cares if he beat them in a race or he beat them in one musical category? He beat the Beatles. Now, Drake's influence on hip-hop, on sports, because he's a brand ambassador for the Raptors, he is going to go down as just as big as a Beatle. Yes, I said it, because of what he's doing, and he's going to be a mogul. So...
Yeah,
I don't know, but giving them the finger.
He's
What
not
if
giving them
LeBron
the
got a
finger, he's
tattoo of-
waving them on. He's waving them on.
Can we get that up again? It kind of
Let's
looks
just,
like.
let's just also just say, Brandon, that to say he is their mascot and such a keen fan, everyone hated seeing him there because he was so distracting. And the one time he didn't come was the one time they actually won. So
Wow,
yeah.
she called him a mascot.
Wow. Man, and look at that.
That's impressive because she just learned what a mascot is today.
I know.
Yeah.
Good for you, Steph.
There
You're
we go.
learning every day. Thank you so much, Stephanie Jones. There it is, the breakdown from our very own Brit. DBL is live, and coming up, Hollywood has an age problem, and Milo Ventimiglia and BB Rexa are opening up about being called old. What? And after Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth split, people on social media are speculating she may have been cheating on him with a woman. We'll share your comments on that next.
I'm the 34-year-old on the panel, and I'm not a big Beatles fan. Let's be honest. I'm a Drake
I gotta
fan.
see that. Is
So
she-
I gotta. He's not
Was it
flicking them
waving
off.
them
He's
on?
like waving them on. But you're British. Of course you're gonna like the Beatles. You have to.
You should understand their relevance in history.
No, I understand that, but like Al Jackson said this morning, they were competing against 6 other bands. So there was
Yeah,
only
but like
a couple
she
people
said,
to listen to.
There's no social media back then.
Oh my
you know
gosh,
what I mean? That was a
can
there was
you
no
imagine
competition.
the pop culture? Oh, there was. You know, and also they crossed the pond back then when like people weren't doing that. You
Drake's
don't
selling
understand.
out all over the world. Like I
Yeah,
get what
because
you're saying. It's like
apples
an
and
iconic
oranges.
thing.
I mean,
Yeah,
Drake
it
There's
is.
no way to like, and the fact that you're even having the conversation about somebody who's what, 34 years old, 35 years old. Like, there is a lot of room for the mighty to fall. Like, false prophets is a very real thing. Ooh. Anytime you start throwing things up there like that, it's one thing to do it. It's another thing to be like taunting.
When is
about
he gonna fall off? Because
I'm
he's
not
only
saying, I'm not
getting bigger.
anticipating him falling off. I'm saying that it takes a certain type of talent in order to withstand the test of time.
It's a tattoo, Erica. It's a tattoo. What about people with praying hands that don't even go to church? Why are we not calling them out? Like, what about people with the Italian flag that's not even from Italy?
They don't
Like,
have
why are we not
millions of
calling these people out? Like,
Yeah, both of
why
those are good ones.
Let's call it out. Like, call it out for what it is. The man is celebrating an epic accomplishment.
I think it is a huge accomplishment, and you know what? He should be really proud. Like this is, you know, that is a life-changing moment, and just knowing that. I mean, I'd feel a bit ashamed that if I was Drake, that was the
Top 100.
I know it's just.
Yeah, that was the way that you chose to celebrate.
Yeah, I just think the way you chose
Okay.
it.
No, this is what this is an example of. This is an example
just
of
really bad.
act like you've been here before.
No,
Yes, it is.
Welcome back to DBL. I love break time here at DBL. Just an hour ago, after news broke that newlyweds Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth are headed for divorce, Miley was spotted kissing Brody Jenner's ex-wife, Caitlyn Carter, in Italy. And now some are blaming Miley's attraction to women for the split. Miley considers herself pansexual and is attracted to people. That's what pansexual means. So DBL Nation, how would you feel if someone you were dating told you they were pansexual or bisexual? Why don't you kick it off? Be London.
Here we go. Let's get to these comments, and hopefully Erica takes it light on me. Lily says, I'd let him go. No hard feelings. There are enough people in the world that neither one of us should settle. I look at it like this. It's you love what you love, but I always feel as though guys who get into these situations where they're dating a woman that's bisexual, they run risk of her leaving him because women can support women emotionally and mentally more than a man. It's a fact. So whether that's the reason she went on, it is what it is, none of my business, but Liam Hemsworth is going to be okay.
I think so.
It's going to be all right.
I think so.
Diane on Facebook says, as a straight person, I don't discuss what happens in my bedroom. Why does the LGBT community feel the need to publicize what they do in theirs? Do what you want, but have enough respect to leave me out of it. Diane, I think you're choosing to be a part of this conversation. When someone says that they are not straight or they identify their sexuality, they're basically just saying exactly what you just said. I'm a straight person. That does not automatically become a conversation about sex. It becomes a conversation about who you are and who you connect with. I think we do a major disservice by always quantifying or qualifying things when two women say that they have an attraction to each other, that is about sex. That might just be an emotional connection. So it's not about threesomes. It's not about sex. It's about the idea that this is a person who is attracted to a lot of different people, but chose one person. That might sound familiar because that's what happens when you get married.
Ooh, Ashley from Facebook says, it's crazy because most of the men I'm attracted to are gay. So if I had a boyfriend, he would most likely be bisexual, but I would demand he be monogamous. Ashley, I think you hit the nose right on the head there. Monogamous. That's the key right there. For me, I think you need to have the conversation before later than 5 years down the road. If you have that conversation before you get married or before you start dating, that's cool. Later on down the road, 5 years down the road, if you're like, hey, I like women, well, now you put it in my head that you kind of want to start experimenting with women or get out there. Because you wouldn't like it if I was sitting at dinner. I'm like, hey, that woman at the bar is pretty hot, right? I don't need to tell you every time someone's cute. Keep it to yourself. We're monogamous here.
Oh, man.
Little Women has been adapted for the big screen again. Stephanie Jones has your first look coming in hot.
So the beloved novel by Louisa May Alcott is getting its fourth reboot since 1994. This time, Lady Bird director Greta Gerwig takes the helm and reteams with Saoirse Ronan as well as Harry Potter alum Emma Watson. Take a look at this.
And they've got ambition and they've got talent as well as just beauty. And I'm so sick of people saying that love is just all a woman is fit for. I'm so sick of it.
Lauren Dern and Meryl Streep, who most recently co-starred in Big Little Lies, will be reuniting again too. And Little Women comes out this Christmas.
How many times are they going to retell this same dry story? I mean, seriously.
I hear you.
I'm sorry. Okay, I won't call it dry, but how many times does the same story need to be told? We don't have new stories by new storytellers to be told in modern scenarios that we can all relate to. I mean, the story's been told.
Got a point. You got a point. I'm with Erica Cobb on this one, like always. Coming up on DBL, Oprah and Gayle test their slang knowledge. Don't miss that. Trust me, it's a good one. And Milo Ventimiglia and BB Rexa are the latest celebs to get hit by Hollywood's ageist standards. We'll tell you what happened when we come back.
Hi, it's Raquel here with the DBL Digital team. Right now, it's time for Fast Blast, where I give you all the trending news you need to know in under 2 minutes. So let's get that timer up and get started. Now, when it comes to back-to-school shopping, sales of bulletproof backpacks have gone up 300%. Parents are split on the idea. Some think it's necessary. Other parents worry it'll make their kids scared to go to school. Prices for the backpacks start at around $100. Now, on to some good news for vegetarians. Plant-based food is coming to a stadium, hospital, and school near you. Beyond Meat will soon become a menu option for a major vending company. Now you'll have way more choices than just nachos and that questionable cheese sauce.
It's the Leaning Tower of Cheese.
And could we be any more excited for this news? Friends is celebrating its 25th anniversary by heading to theaters for a 3-night special. This fall, you can catch 12 fan favorite episodes, and let's just call it the one with the popcorn. And let's give a big shout out to all the left-handers out there, like my mom and Joel over there. Today is your day. Did you know only 10% of the world's population is left-handed? But 8 US presidents have been left-handers, along with 1 in 4 Apollo astronauts. So congrats on changing the world. And that's a wrap for Fast Blast. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to DBL. Hollywood's ageist standards strikes again. In an interview with SiriusXM, This Is Us star Milo Ventimiglia revealed he didn't get the role of Batman, get this, because he was too old. He's only 42. Which means I have 1 year left to be Batman. And Bibi Rexha opened up about her experience at just 29 years old. In an Instagram post, the singer claims a male music executive told her she was too old to be sexy at 29. Wow. But Taylor Swift jumped to Bibi's defense, commenting, "Drag them, 29 years old, unite." What's drag them mean?
Like, tell them off, drag them.
Oh, man, I need to work on my slang.
You got
Don't
drag
worry.
them.
Oprah and Gail are going to help you next.
Yes. Good segue. Okay, here's the thing. Sexy is subjective. And as someone who wanted to be sexy her entire life and realizes now at 38 that wasn't in the cards for me.
What are you talking about?
Some women are just like cute. Like, I'm just cute.
No way. That's not
never
true.
been sexy. I've tried so hard to be sexy. Now I'm almost 40. I just understand there's just cute. Some people are cute.
You don't think
It's
she's
okay.
sexy, B. London?
No,
I think she's sexy.
Put me in this.
I gotta say it. What are you talking about?
You pretty cute. How's
You're
that?
pretty
cute.
That's a
It's
sexy
okay.
B. London.
Everybody doesn't need to be sexy.
No.
Some people should lean on cute. Actually, cute lasts longer. Now you won't be
See?
trying to be sexy at 29.
Exactly, because once you get old and people have been saying you're sexy, that's when you get all that work done and stuff like that. You're trying to keep up with the Joneses. You can't do it. But 42-year-old Batman, I'm okay with that. That is too old to be
What?
Batman. Come on, what movie is he gonna make? Batman Retires? Like, come on now.
42?
Oh.
Come on, 42 is too old for Batman. He doesn't look 42 though, so I mean, if he can still do backflips and he can ride the Batmobile,
He's in pretty good shape,
yeah, well
dude.
then, you know, put him up against.
You ain't running that post route as fast as you used to.
Oh, I retired a long time ago.
Apparently, you're about to retire again because 42 is right around the corner for you too, brother.
I don't want to be Batman. I'm fine being
I'm
Brandon
simply
London.
saying.
That's a great superhero.
Right.
You and Drake should have coffee tonight and talk about
There's
how
Brandon,
great you are.
and then there's B. London. B. London fights crime at night. Brandon does daytime TV.
Do a post on Instagram. We got a show to do. Oprah and Gail just tested out their slang knowledge. Raquel Villanueva has news at the moment.
That's right, Jeff. So Oprah and her BFF Gayle King just took the ultimate millennial quiz. So do they know the difference between a snack and a thirst trap? Take a look.
Snack is barbecue potato chips. And mine is popcorn with truffles. I'm definitely a snack. Yeah, who would say that? Somebody who's thirsting out. Or is a thirst trap. Is a thirst trap. Would say they're a snack. Yeah. Not me. Oh, but I am a Jomo.
Well, the video just came out moments ago as part of Oprah's magazine series, and trust me, the whole thing's hilarious, especially when they're talking about being thick.
Ooh. I have a phrase for them because I didn't like the way y'all took it when I said it a couple months ago. Oprah and Gayle, how about this slang phrase? To get it in, you have to get it out. But to get it out, you have to get it in.
Why are you trying to make that a thing? It's never going to be a thing.
It's going to be a T-shirt, and you're going to wear it.
You know what is a thing? Check out Brandon London's Instagram. Now that is a thirst trap.
Oh, beep, beep, beep.
That's a compliment. Because I called her pretty cute.
Now when you get the horns, we'll be right back.
Welcome to Coming to America Snackable Edition. For all the foodies out there, today, hang on, let me take my knife and fork off. Today, I am testing and trying for the very first time a Cinnabon. Cinnabon. It looks like a kind of pastry with, I'm guessing, cinnamon on it, some kind of white sticky sauce. Interesting. And this came in at around $5. $5? You can get a full meal in some places for $5. Like if you go to, like, I don't know, KFC
or Popeyes or Wendy's or somewhere, you can get like fries, burger, chips, same difference. You know, basically, I'm expecting a lot from this due to its cost, all right? I think that is quite pricey for a pastry. So I'm gonna use a knife and fork because it's a little bit gooey. I'm gonna look where it looks the most. I'm just gonna try and go straight in for the middle. Let's just go straight in. Now it is a bit warm. Oh my gosh, look at this gooiness, wait. Look at that. I mean, it looks very moist. Let's get on in there. Okay, let's have a look. Oh my God, it's falling apart. Right, I've gone straight for the middle, the sweet spot. Okay, sniffing it, it does smell really nice. It smells very sweet, it smells fresh. Okay, it is warm as well. Okay, upon the initial lick, I'm feeling it. Smooth and creamy. You know what, that's all right, that is. That is delightful. Oh, get a bit more of that sauce on. What is this sauce? Does anyone know what this sauce is? Just icing. Mmm. Oh my gosh, this is fabulous. You know what, with a good cup of tea or a cup of coffee, as you guys would rather, this is really delicious. I love it. I don't think it'd be as good if it was cold. I think it needs to be warm to get the full experience. But you know what? My initial thought of $5 is too pricey. I actually take it back. I actually think this is really good. I think it's worth it. I really do. This is like you need to wake up with a cup of coffee or tea, and then it gets presented to you, and you're a bit hungover because you've been out the night before, and this would be a dream. This is better than a Twinkie. This is way better than a Twinkie. This is deliciousness. This is more decadent. This is decadence in its finest form. I mean, let's be honest, this isn't something you can eat every day. This is definitely like, you know, I feel like this is like having a piece of birthday cake. Ooh. Like, it's really nice and delicious, but if you have this often, it's gonna be terrible for your heart and cholesterol. It's decadent, it's gooey and delicious. I rate it definitely a 10 out of 10. Don't have it every week though. I'll see you next time for another snackable edition coming to America style.
Welcome back to DBL. We just want to let you guys know Taylor Swift paid $5 grand to a Canadian fan to pay off her tuition. Good on you, Taylor Swift, but we have a way better story to cover. What does get it in?
To get it in, you got to get it out. But to get it out, you got to get it in.
So you're gonna explain
it means
this.
Focus. It's like a focus. Hold on, Erica.
You can't
tell me my thing.
You cannot have a saying that requires a flow chart,
20
Brandon.
seconds.
Is it my? I got 10 seconds. It's about focus. To focus, you got to get all that party out of you. But to get the party out, to get the focus in. There we go. Print it, Gail. Over. Holla.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.